All right, YouTube, what is going on? This is my second go at this because I shared some personal information that shouldn't be on the internet. Some people are gonna find me and come and kill me or whatever. I don't know. Some crazy people out there. But anyways, let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about what I'm doing. Let's talk about why I'm doing it, and we'll go from there. All right. So here's the deal. I'm putting myself through a 67-day challenge. 67 days of publishing, going live, and I can't go live on YouTube yet because my account doesn't meet the requirements, whatever. But this is going to constitute as the challenge. The challenge is not from any program. It's not from anyone. It's no paid thing. It's no anything on the internet, right? There's no challenge on the internet that's telling me to do this. This is me putting myself through an extra challenge. 67 days. Why 67 days? They say it takes 67 days to form a new habit, and my habit that I'm trying to form is not to go live, it's to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm not saying this, I'm not getting out of my comfort zone in a sense to publish to social media, because I have no issues publishing to social media, but I don't do it often. So I'm pushing myself to post more frequently and to post more often. And quite honestly, I'm probably gonna suck. I'm probably gonna suck for the first, what do they say? I don't know. Russell Brunson says you're probably gonna suck for the first 40 episodes if you do a podcast, or first 40 live videos that you do. So if it takes 40, 50, 60 videos, whatever, 67 days, I should start to gain some traction. And I have no specific destination, but I'm going to talk in just a minute about, why I'm doing this and why it is so important to me and what I'm going to be talking about. But anyways, I'm not doing this challenge for any paid program or anything like that. This is just me disciplining myself to get out of my comfort zone. So that's something that you all should all do. And I'm just trying to put good vibes out there. I'm trying to put out good energy. There's so many people that are doing great things on YouTube, and I don't want to say I'm jealous of them. I'm so happy for them. I'm so grateful for them. People literally just posting videos every single day of their family. People posting, what's his name? Jack Vale. Jack Vale literally just posts fart videos, and it's hilarious. And there's so many prank videos out there, and they're funny and they're awesome, and I listen to them, and that's what those people love doing, right? So what do I love doing? Well, number one, I love psychology. I love talking about mindset, whatever you guys want to think of it as psychology, as peak, trying to get to your peak performance, as just the way we think. It doesn't matter. I'm so fascinated by the way the brain works and personal development, but those kind of go hand in hand. Well, they definitely go hand in hand, but I'm not going to get on here and preach like a personal development speaker or anything like that. I'm here to talk about psychology. What are your problems? What are my problems? What are your experiences? What are my experiences? How can we put out good energy out there to help improve the quality of people's lives? Because that's what it's all about. Just trying to make the world a better place. I'm not doing this to flex. I'm not trying to become a famous influencer. My expectations are zero. So if I go 67 days, nobody watches a video, or if I only get negative feedback, so what? So what? At least I fucking did it. I put myself through the challenge. I'm not doing this to flex on anyone. I'm not doing this to, show how great I am or how awesome I am or how much I know or anything like that. Literally just trying to put good energy out there, trying to help some people along the way, talk about things I am interested in. Because the people that I look up to, the people that I care about, the people that I try to model myself after, Grant Cardone and Russell Brunson and Tai Lopez, and there's so many guys. Gary V's like a monster. I mean, they're all monsters at this. They're all putting content out on a massive level daily. They're doing it daily. They have content teams, they have writers, and they have video people, and they have so much, right? I'm a one-man band right now, so I'm just putting out content in a way to push myself. But the things I'm going to be talking about is psychology and mindset, and you're probably going to see some of this guy. He is funny. We just went on a walk and he wants to come outside. He's funny. Again, I'm not doing it to flex on anyone. I'm not doing it to show off or anything like that. I've literally had, if I was going to post stuff and try to flex, I've had this car. I'm proud of it. I've had a BMW for almost 3 years now, and I've never posted it once because I didn't want to be perceived in a way that I'm trying to flex or I'm better than you or anything like that, because, I guess there's a lot of stereotypes about people who drive BMWs, that they're pricks or whatever. It's funny, my dad was telling me a joke, and the joke was, he didn't come up with this joke, but he was telling me this joke. He said, what's the difference between a porcupine and a guy that drives a BMW? And I said, I don't know, what? And he said, the guy that drives a BMW is a prick on the inside, or something along those lines. It was funny. It was talking about being a prick and, you know, porcupine, whatever. So this is me coming at you. I'm probably going to suck. Like I said, that's just trying to get my thoughts together, put them on video, put them out immediately. So psychology, why psychology? That's literally, if I go back and I talk about all my past experiences, what I've been interested in, you know, what's cool to me, what is not cool to me. Literally, psychology is something that's been constant, and it's something that is so applicable to so many different areas of life, right? So quick backstory, and I'm going to be talking about this in later, you know, vlogs, is that psychology is in everything that we do. Mindset, psychology is in everything we do. So baseball, my entire life was baseball until I was 22. I was playing, and actually when I was in college, I went to school to play baseball. When I was in college, I thought I wanted to be a sports psychologist after I was done playing baseball. Long story short, this is probably definitely a story for another time. Long story short, dropped it after not even a full class. I went through a class and made it through 2 tests, and so crazy, those 2 tests. Come back to that another time. Anyways, so baseball, when I was playing, psychology. Baseball is such a mental game. For those of you that have played or are interested in the game, psychology is a beast. It's a monster, right? So what else? After I was done playing, coached baseball for 5 years, and all it was psychology. You can know fundamentals and you can know techniques about anything, about the swing, about hitting, about literally any aspect. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It's not just baseball. You can know the fundamentals, but if you can't relate with that person, if you can't communicate effectively with that person, which basically comes down to their psychology, you know, how they're thinking, what they're thinking, and all that stuff, it's not going to be effective. So it doesn't matter how much you know. It's about how well you can communicate what you know, because there's so many coaches out there that don't know jack shit about baseball, but they talk about it like they're so confident, like they know what the hell they're talking about, and people listen to them. And unfortunately, that hurts kids, and unfortunately, that hurts players, and that derails players' careers. But on a positive note, there's people that are so inspiring, so helpful, and can literally do so much for players just because they can reach them on a psychological level and on a deeper level than that. But anyways, so taking it back, that's my experience in coaching. Worked 6 months, about 7 months actually, in the corporate area, the corporate space. Worked for a logistics company. I was an operations supervisor. For those of you in the corporate world and you like it, more power to you. I think that is awesome. But if you're just in the corporate world because you need a paycheck, but you really love doing something else, do it. Do whatever you love and find a way to make money otherwise, or sacrifice at that corporate job until you build up what you love doing. That's a beautiful thing about the internet. After that corporate job, went back to coaching for about, let's see, I guess a little over a year. Went back to coaching baseball at a facility, and that's honestly where a lot of failure, I don't want to say failure because it wasn't a failure, because I don't see anything as a failure, first of all. Second of all, it was not a failure because I was literally exposed to the nasty side of people, you know. I was in my own cocoon, my own bubble, kind of, until I was done playing baseball. And I didn't think that everyone was a great person, but I didn't know how manipulative and how crazy and how disgusting some people can be on the inside. And trying to do just the opposite of that here with these videos and posting and all that stuff. Anyways, other than that, so after I was coaching for a year, built up my business, running it online. That's currently what I'm doing now. And it's all psychology. It's digital marketing. It's running ads for people. It's growing their business. It's creating sales funnels, things like that. And it all comes down to psychology. It's literally all psychology. 100,000% all psychology. You know, if we want to jump into this marketing thing, I can talk about this marketing thing all day. I don't want to make all my videos about marketing, because on a deeper level, if we take it one step further, why do I like marketing? Is because the mindset, the psychology behind it. Why do consumers buy what they buy? Why do they click on what they click on? Why do they take this action and not this action? You know, what are their behaviors? What are human behaviors? What are the things that drive people? What are the things that push people away? You know, and on a real basic level, it's pleasure and pain and pleasure, whatever you want to do, however you want to break it down. But anyways, this whole process, making these videos, just getting on here and talking mostly about psychology, about mindset. Probably want to set it up some point. You know how a lot of people have it set up. You know, Joe Rogan has it set up where he's at the desk and he's chilling. They're having, you know, drinks sometimes, and they're just talking about all sorts of different stuff. Or like Grant Cardone, he's got the desk. You know, so many people that do podcasts and YouTube videos at the same time, because they just record the video and they transcribe it or they change it into a podcast, and then they create posts. You know, that's part of the whole process that I'm going through here. But going to be talking about a lot of psychology, a lot of mindset, a lot of consumer behavior. I'm just walking out here, just talking my mind. I'm literally walking on this little sidewalk thing right here, trying to balance. That's why you see me on my head bobbing back and forth. It's not that I'm nervous or anything. It's just, again, me going through a little bit of a different thing. So anyways, that's what I care about. That's what I'm interested in. Trying to put good vibes out there. Actually, you know, I posted on Instagram, let's see, maybe 10 days ago. I'd have to go back and look at it. Maybe 10 days ago, just proclaiming, putting it out there that I'm going to post more, and I want to post about, you know, psychology and mindset and things like that, and try to help people provide value into their lives. And it's actually surprising. The people that reach out to me are like some people that I haven't even heard from in months, and some people even years I haven't even heard from them. But that just resonates with people. So it's just cool to know that, you know, the things you're interested in, the things you care about, and the things you want to give back to people are like really important. They were all positive things. They all spread back positive things. They were saying, hey man, like, that's great that you're posting about that. I went through that same process. Or I think it's great what you're doing. You're trying to put good energy out there, good vibes out there. I think that's awesome. So that's cool. I mean, I post all that other stuff. I post about my dog. I post about some other stuff on social media. And again, I don't post very often, but I didn't hear from those people. It's just interesting how people, once you start putting good vibes out there, once you start putting good energy out there, and once you start wanting good for other people, they support you and they like you and they want more for you. And I know 67 days, there literally might not be anybody that sees this, but 67 days, there's bound to be some people that put negative energy out there or try to disagree with what I'm saying. And that's cool. That is great. If you want to disagree and you want to have some people want to have an argument, but if you want to have a debate, if you want to talk about it, if you want to voice your opinion, I can voice my opinion and we can, go back and forth. That's cool. I am down with that. But just to put hate out there, just for the sake of being hateful, is disgusting. Because, I really believe that social media is not changing people. It's literally just exposing us. Because, whatever numbers you want to look at, there's 3.5 billion people on Facebook and, all these astronomical numbers. But here's the deal. There's awesome people out there. There's great people out there. There's people that care. There's leaders. There's people that want to manage people. There is people that just want to be a number 2 or number 3 or number 4 in a company. There's people that don't like to communicate much with what they're saying, but they communicate so much with what they're doing with their body. Or there's people that, you know, there's so many great people out there, and there's everything in between, but there's terrible people out there too, right? And not terrible like they're awful people and I don't think they should exist or anything like that. They just have such a bad mindset. They have such a negative psychology. And I really think that everybody, literally every single person, unless you have some sort of special needs, that is the only disclaimer, unless you have some sort of special needs, I think you can absolutely 100% change your mindsets, change your psychology, and change the way you see things, change your perception, change your reality. And there's so many different techniques and there's so many different ways to do it. And I'm going to be touching on that, you know, on later talks, but there's literally so much good out there, and there's a lot of negative out there. I want to help people maybe going through some tough times. I want to help people that, you know, maybe are going through some challenges that I went through. And I'm not saying I'm at the end and I'm a guru and I'm going to change everybody's mindset. 28 years old. So, you know, I'm not a baby, I'm not a high school kid, not a college kid anymore. A lot of failures, definitely had a lot of failures, a lot of shit I can talk about failure-wise, but I haven't been through, you know, a crazy amount of stuff. But, this is one of the things that was holding me back. This is one of the things in my mind that was holding me back from not doing this sooner, not publishing sooner, is that you don't have to pretend to be an expert or a guru or act like you know it all in a subject, right? You can't be a fucking life coach at age 22. You might have gone through some shit and you might know some stuff, but it does not make any sense. Just like you're not gonna get personal training from someone that is obese and overweight and can't even walk up the steps without getting out of breath. It does not make sense. So, with that being said, the big thing for me is documenting the journey, talking about this journey, going from this video where I probably stumbled through my thoughts and went from point A to point Z to point B to point F to point E, all over the place, bouncing all over the place. And I'm probably gonna look back at this video in 67 days and say, man, you sucked, but you tried, you put yourself out there, you challenged yourself, you got out of your comfort zone, and you put yourself out there. So excited. It's actually, I know my thoughts are probably all over the place. I'm at 18 minutes. I have no time limit. Some videos are gonna be 5 minutes, some are gonna be 10, some are gonna be maybe an hour, I don't know. Just gonna talk my mind, talk my thoughts, share some, you know, useful information for you guys, share some good vibes. That's the main thing, share some good vibes, help you guys out, hear from you, hear from your experiences, and wish you guys all nothing but the best. Thanks, guys.